Well, as you can see, there's Rocky, and it is 11 o'clock p.m. here in Eastern Ontario, Canada. Rocky and I are just about ready to go to bed, even though we're already in the bed. We're actually getting ready to officially go to the bed. It's funny, I saw a cartoon a while ago, and it kind of reminds me of what's happening in society and what's been happening in society with all the division and everything. The division between races, the division between men and women, all the division between with all the different orientations and all that, I don't know, all that stuff. And, this division really is being created by a group of people who want to get us fighting amongst ourselves because they're afraid that we'll see them for who they are and we may fight them. And they don't want that because we outnumber them, and they're afraid. They're afraid of that. So, but they're master manipulators. So what they do is they pit us against each other and they convince, they'll try to convince the white man that the black man is his enemy and the black man that the white man is his enemy. And it'll become a self-fulfilling prophecy, or they'll try to convince the man and the woman that they're enemies, and that'll become a self-fulfilling prophecy or whatever, Anyway, this cartoon that I saw, I think summed it up pretty well. There was a medieval king. He was standing on a balcony, as what was part of a real medieval-looking castle. And he had his long robes and his crown and his scepter and all that, that you'd imagine a medieval king look, the way you'd imagine a medieval king would look. And down on the ground, underneath the balcony, there was a huge group of people. As far as you could see, there was people. And half of the crowd was carrying pitchforks, and the other half of the crowd was carrying lit torches. And the king was worried. And he had sent for his advisor, and his advisor had come up, and so he's standing there on the balcony with his advisor, and they're looking down at this crowd, and it's not looking too good for the king anyway, and he knows this, and he's concerned. And he says to his advisor, he says, "What am I going to do? The people have figured out that I'm corrupt. They figured out that I've caused them a lot of trouble, and I've stolen from them, and I've manipulated them, I've misled them. They figured out that, look, I'm a really corrupt king, and they figured it out. I can't take on all these people in a fight. What am I going to do? Am I going to send my soldiers in there to work them over and get them out of there and kill them, or what? What should I do?" And the advisor says, "No, sire, you don't have to do any of that. You don't have to fight them. No, sir, you don't. And you don't have to send your soldiers down there to deal with them either." He said, "All you have to do is convince the ones with the pitchforks that the ones with the torches are out to get them." Well, that's the situation we're in now anyway. And unfortunately, people can be easily manipulated, and here we are obsessing over how many genders there are and all mad at this one and that one that aren't just the same as we are. And, and preoccupied thinking that this one or that one is out to get us. And in reality, the people who are out to get us are laughing at us. Anyway, it's just something to think about. I mean, I thought it was a good cartoon because it summed things up perfectly. You could see half the crowd had the pitchforks and half the crowd had the torches, and they were all united in this effort to get rid of this corrupt king, who by his own admission was corrupt. And the advisor was smart. The advisor was a shrewd man, and the advisor said, no, sire, you don't have to do any of it. All you have to do is turn them against each other, let them destroy each other. That's what it boiled down to. Convince them that they should hate each other and fear each other, that they should be worried about what each should worry about what the other's doing, and they'll be so preoccupied with that, and they would spend all their energy fighting each other, killing and beating on each other, and they'll leave you alone. They'll forget all about you, because they'll be too busy destroying each other to worry about destroying you. And I'm sure if that had been a real life scenario, if it wasn't just a cartoon, that would have worked. He would have just addressed the crowd, and he would have told the pitchfork people that the torch people had it in for them and they shouldn't trust them. They should be watching for them because the torch people have a plan to get rid of the pitchfork people. And next thing you know, all hell would bust loose down there, and they'd just turn on each other, And we see that in society all the time now. That's basically what our rulers are doing. And we're falling for it. Not all of us. Some of us are seeing it for what it is. More are seeing it for what it is than ever before. People are becoming aware. But still, it to a large degree, it still works. It's a really good strategy, really. It's reprehensible, but it's effective. So, I can't really blame them for doing that. They're going to do what they're going to do. But we shouldn't fall for it. That's all. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. That's my little sermon for tonight. Yeah. Anyway, there's my Rocky. Look at him stretching there and everything. He's made a little noise. He's quite the cat. Anyway, I'm lucky to have him here with me, I'll tell you. He's my constant companion and my best friend. All right. Time to go to sleep. We'll talk to you all later. Bye for now. Hope you're having a good night if it's night where you are, or hope you're having a good whatever it is where you are. Bye-bye.